Hey y'all, and welcome to PolitiBrawl. My name is Brian, and this exchange between Kari Lake and this Australian reporter is your daily reminder that the media hates your guts.
I believe I've answered it, so thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Just answer me this one question.
Thank you.
One more question, Kari.
Well, no, I've already told you we're done. Thank you so much.
Well, just...
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
So when the going gets tough, the tough get going.
I gave you 15 minutes. We promised you 15 minutes, sir.
Well, no, you promised us 30 minutes, actually, yesterday.
Well, I never promised 30 minutes. I told my staff 15.
Really? I don't think that's true.
You don't think that's true? When we came in,
No,
we
I
said
don't
we have
think that's
15
true.
minutes. I've got it on tape, sir.
I don't think that's true.
I have it on tape. Did we say that on tape?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I'm sorry that you asked the same question 3 times and wasted your time with
Well,
the
I'm
same
sorry.
question.
I'm sorry you couldn't bring yourself to actually see the world in a different light.
Well, are you a journalist or unbiased journalist or not?
Oh, but
Why are you trying to tell me how I should see the world? You're a journalist.
No, you don't get any.
You're
you don't
a journalist.
get any more questions to me. You've cut me off. You don't get any
Well,
questions
you're
to
a
me.
journalist, sir. You should be unbiased. You shouldn't be telling me how to see the world.
Oh, really?
Why are you trying to tell me as a journalist how to see the world? I don't understand that. It's not a journalist's job to tell me how to see the world. It's a journalist's job to ask questions that are not biased, and I didn't get that from
And
you.
why aren't you open and accountable to the
I'm
facts
absolutely open and accountable.
real evidence, rather than just pushing your own
boy.
barrow for your own purposes?
Boy, I'm happy to send you some of the facts. I'll leave it with the crew here before we leave.
This is
Thank
the
you
way
so
Trump
much.
people. This is the way Trump people do it. Yeah, this is what happens. You have one narrative, and that's it. You can't
No.
think out of the box.
Sir, I believe you have that narrative. I believe you have that narrative. You're unable to even see the evidence that we have in our forensic audit. I do.
Yes. So unless
do
you believe the
appreciate
big
your
lie,
time.
unless you believe the big lie, you're shut out. The questions get cut off. That's it. Unless you believe the election was
I
stolen,
don't think I cut
you're
off.
cut off from the drip feed.
I didn't cut off your questions, sir. I answered them all. I answered them
you
all.
have.
They were
No,
biased.
you have. You're walking away, Kari. It's the
not
same old story.
I'm not walking away. I promised you 15 minutes. I'm happy to sit here.
No, you didn't. No, you're telling fibs again. You see, you won't, unless the narrative fits your description of the voter fraud and all that sort of thing, then you're offended. You somehow can't handle the truth.
I'm not offended. I want the truth. You offend me not at all, sir. You offend me not. You can sit in Australia without your rights, but we have rights here, okay?
Well, you can make all the xenophobic comments you want. You can try and put the labels on us.
This is actually, sir, this is actually hilarious.
You cannot look at the truth. I mean, it's the same story so all the courts are corrupt, the officials are corrupt, the institutions are corrupt, but you're okay. You're telling the
Liam,
truth.
this is actually funny. This is
comical.
This is almost satire, the way you're approaching this.
It is satire.
And I hope the people of Australia are waking up to the media. This is a perfect example of the insanity of the media.
Y'all, this needs no explanation. Oh, okay, yes, it kind of does. First off, are the Aussies okay? I know you just gave us Bluey, and I'm very grateful for that, but they're not okay down in Australia. The land down under is going under. Their regime is very weird, and as a matter of fact, there's a problem across the Anglosphere, and it seems to be even worse in all countries controlled by a parliament. So it's not just the US. It's not just the press in the US. It's everywhere, and I'll explain more of that in a minute. But I have to talk about Kari Lake here. She absolutely nails it. She is giving him a dose of medicine that he desperately needs. Journalists are not the purveyors of truth. They are not the purveyors of justice. They are, at their core, for the vast majority of them, nothing more than dirty smear merchants. Hey y'all, I just wanted to give a shout out to my friends over at Colonial Metals Group. Their experts understand exactly what they're doing with gold, silver, and other precious metals, unlike our current leadership, which is giving us rampant inflation, terrible Federal Reserve policies, a president that doesn't know what planet he's on, and of course, an out-of-control Congress that won't stop spending. We have to figure out ways to keep our wealth safe. And the best way to do that is to go over to my friends at Colonial Metals Group, because their experts can help you diversify your portfolio, and they've got an amazing offer for first-time accounts. Free gold and silver IRA accounts, insured storage for 5 years, up to $7,500 in silver delivered directly to your home, and a safe to keep all that stuff in. So go over regardless and see what they can do for you and protect your wealth and your future today. Now, back to regularly scheduled programming. I do remember there was a time in American history, a brief moment for about 30 years, where our press was actually a very awesome and wholesome place. And happened from about the end of World War II to a little bit after all the president's men. It seems like what has happened to journalism is once cable TV came around and they realized that the truth doesn't sell anymore, they went full Charles Foster Kane and decided to spew nothing but terrible headlines meant to trap you, to lie to you, to manipulate the truth. That is what has been going on in the United States for so long. It started, I think, in the late 80s. Ironically enough, I think it started under, I think it actually started under Reagan. We're starting to put Reagan through a weird microscope, y'all. This is how weird our history is getting. So, Kari Lake is giving this guy his just desserts. She is absolutely smacking him around because she used to work in the industry. She understands how to properly be a journalist and handle these journalists. And she gives him a dose of medicine. But there's something more important going on. This guy's from Australia, and they are not okay down there. And like I said before, the entire Anglosphere is not doing okay. Canada is under a ridiculous regime where you have almost no fundamental First or Second Amendment rights. That is what makes our Constitution so amazing. New Zealand cracks down hard every time someone goes against the narrative. They don't have protected rights there either. Same with Great Britain, and it's the same with the former penal colony that is Australia. It explains why their governments are so left-leaning and so nutty, which is ironic because most Aussies are very conservative. They are fundamentally conservative people because they're rural, they've made life well for themselves, and they've had to be pioneers of sorts in a nation that's mostly desert. It's like 50% desert in Australia. Plus, everything down there is trying to kill you. I should know from experience, I've been there. Yes, everything in Australia wants to kill you, particularly the drop bears. If you get that reference, you're awesome. So Crocodile Dundee here has something else going against him. He's going up against Kari Lake, and when you come at the Queen, you better not miss, because she has worked in the industry. She understands what it means to sit there in the Situation Room, get interviewed, because she used to be the one doing the interviews. She fundamentally understands how to properly use rhetoric and make journalists who think that they're the purveyors of truth absolutely regret trying to go toe-to-toe against her. And furthermore, to wrap this all up, this is just a reminder that the majority of media is nothing but an attempt to smear you. They want to make you look bad. They want to make you look dumb. They want to take the one time you screwed something up and extrapolate that as the only thing that you can possibly do as for your future when it comes to data and trying to figure out what you actually are, who you want to lead you, and where you are going with your policies. They will smear you any way they can because fundamentally they're ivory tower liberals. That's what they are, and they hate your guts. And Kari Lake is fighting against that, and does so in brilliant fashion here. Folks, my name is Brian. Hope you enjoyed this segment here on PolitiBrawl. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you on the next one, and until then, y'all have a good one.